Now it should be recording.
Okay, yeah, the clock's moving.
Yeah, that's all. And then you just keep an eye on it, and that's all I do.
All right, well, see, I'm learning things now.
You are.
You're irreplaceable.
What?
You better not teach me too much.
I'm expendable.
That's what I said, replaceable.
Yes,
expendable,
exactly.
replaceable, same thing. Same difference. So, okay, so that was my foot.
Oh.
No, I'm sure we'll hear noises from upstairs. One kid's asleep, and the other one is about to go to bed.
This is weird.
Why is this weird?
Because, why is it weird? Because I'm here.
That's right. We're on location.
I'm on location for the first time. Normally, we're doing this in my place, but today
we are in beautiful downtown, sunny Atlantis. Glub, glub, glub.
Yeah, we are in the bowels of the home of Frank.
Yes. Oh, I guess we should start.
Welcome to episode 8.
Magic 8 Ball.
Yes. This is going to have a terrible cold opening.
We've had worse. We had some criticism. We'll talk about that afterwards. So I know everything. Chew.
There's no need to bring anyone into this.
I'm not bringing anything. I just said chew. Like I sneezed. God bless. Chew. Yeah, but yes, episode 8 on location in Frank's hideout.
Yeah, this is his man. Well,
we call it a man cave.
This
but I
part
call
of
it my
it's
hideout because this is where I hide from the rest of my family. We call it the man cave, aka my wife's fucking office, because she works from home now.
Okay,
and she needed office space, so I lost half.
Great movie.
Great movie. Do you have my stapler?
You didn't lose too much.
No, the kitchen we don't use, so I gutted it and made her an office.
Okay.
So I made her an office. I got rid of the kitchen set and
you put a table,
put a desk. Here you go, honey.
But I mean the way you have it set up, you got for, and this is more like a retro gamers podcast. You got the game systems going. You were showing me some of the old stuff that you have. You're ready to set up.
I'm still looking for my Sega Master
yeah,
System,
that's
which I know
bug
I have.
you, right?
I saw the box about 2 weeks ago, and now I can't find it.
Sure you didn't sell it?
I'm sure my wife probably threw it out. Oh, he doesn't need this.
That would be terrible.
Well, I find things every now and then. I take the garbage out.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like paranoid now. I look through the garbage because I know some of my stuff has gone missing over the
Looking through
years.
your own feces.
No, I don't look through that.
Yeah, anyone who does that.
I wouldn't let.
I think I know two
I wouldn't even
people,
let my
maybe.
doctor look through that. I'm sorry.
Well, he's supposed to, actually.
Yeah, I guess.
Which I don't understand.
Wish I had an ottoman here. Write that down.
Please don't put your feet up on anything right now. At least from where I'm sitting.
Oh, because I'm not wearing underwear? Psst, your balls are showing.
Bumblebee tuna.
This is definitely going to be an explicit
yeah, this is going to be good.
one.
Because you're feeling good. You're at home. You're on home territory.
I'm at home. I don't have socks on.
Doesn't it feel
or underwear? But I do have shorts on.
All right,
folks.
good.
I'm
Thank
not
God.
Wait, was that my chair squeaking?
Maybe.
I have some WD-40.
Oh, whose has the problem now?
I have no problem.
But isn't it more comfortable? You feel better when you're home?
Well, it's not as hot.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't know why my apartment is ridiculous hot.
We can't have the air on because of... Usually basement apartments are...
Cool,
but...
I also got so much shit in my apartment.
Well, that's just the thing.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of... It's got a lot of volume.
And I bought so much more shit over the weekend.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Holy
Because
cow.
that's actually one of the topics I wanted to bring up, actually. You spent some money on a belt? 2 belts.
2 belts.
Okay, so... I don't want to get too personal, but you got ridiculed by someone?
Yeah, this little rat bastard.
Because I'm going to compare your financial day to one of my financial days
definitely.
this week. So this is the financials of a single guy.
So
with
here's
no responsibility.
No, none whatsoever. Other than, there's going to be some interest paid over the next few months. So American Express is going to be loving me.
We'll talk about your tipping later on.
Please.
No, I'm writing that down.
So... this past weekend, for those who are wrestling fans, I was in Brooklyn for SummerSlam.
Wrestling.
WWE, it's like their second biggest show of the year besides WrestleMania. And this was the 3rd year in the row. They're going back next year as well.
Boring.
But this is the 3rd year they were in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. I'm going to fit all my podcasts into one show. It's going to be the better half, the Retro Gamers, and right now I'm doing the Pro Slam
We
World.
should do a serious crossover.
I've been doing crossovers already with
groups. Okay. Well,
we can do a crossover.
We have some. Well, we'll save that news.
I didn't
for
think
later.
that crossover would go. with the
save
retro gamers.
Not too shabby.
Technically, we kind of did it.
Well, we'll save the other news we have in October for September.
What do we have in October?
What we're doing in October for another podcast.
Okay.
Let's save that.
No problem.
Okay, finish your story.
Because I have no idea what you're talking about. So I'm in Brooklyn, and it was 4 days. Actually, technically 5 days. So 6 trips to the Barclays Center in 5 days. This is what I did over the weekend. I crashed with my parents, so that was good. I didn't have to worry about the train or anything. I did Uber it each and every time. We can. Who cares? We can. I can show you where I found where I discovered the Alice Cooper song "Poison." Greatest video ever.
Are you still telling your story?
Yeah.
You're looking at me.
I don't want to look at you.
No. Tell your story.
Clara D'Amico. Check her out. So, you want to talk about finances? So, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tickets to 6 different events. The 4 wrestling shows were, I'll tell you, 4 wrestling shows were $90.
So 90 times 6.
No, 90 times 4.
Okay, 90 times 4, so that's $360?
Then 2 meet and greets that were $150 each.
Okay, hold on. I'm doing some math here.
And this is all public. These numbers are public anyway.
360 plus, would you say 150 for meet and greets?
Twice.
So that's 300.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 660 right now.
So that was purchased months ago, to be fair.
Okay.
All right. So
I want to talk about what you spent.
That's what I'm getting into right now.
Let's forget that.
So
that was
Friday, I go to was my first day. I go to the Barclays, and of course I'm going to buy T-shirts and stuff. I bought maybe 2 T-shirts, $35 each, because I have to get a double X. Wrestling shirts are expensive. It's like going to a concert.
Maybe you should start working on the 1X instead of the double.
It's $5 less.
Well, there you go. You could have saved yourself $10.
Honestly.
So $70 in T-shirts.
So, but then
that are going to shrink.
No, actually, they hold up pretty well. Yeah. So, hey, I just came back from the gym. Thank you.
Gym's Heroes.
30. So here's what you want to hear. So I go up to they have like a shop set up outside the Barclays Center, and my intention was to buy a couple T-shirts and a couple T-shirts with someone else who gave me money. So I walk up. And back behind the counter is a replica wrestling belt. Now,
no
I collect replica wrestling belts.
He collects. Ladies, stop what you're doing.
So here's what you want to hear. Here's what you want to get at. Now this is going to get a little inside baseball, so it's going to be maybe a little tough to understand. But
you see my baseball.
They had an NXT replica championship belt, which they never talked about releasing. It's not on the website, and it was there debuting.
I have no idea what you're talking
specifically,
about.
exactly,
wrestling.
Specifically for about. So it's one of the groups that they have, kind of their minor league, WWE, with a replica championship belt that I did not know they were making. So between me seeing it, 15 minutes later, $420 later, that belt was mine.
$420 plus 70 is
$490. Also at the same shop.
Oh, there's more?
Yes. The WWE belts, they have custom side plates. Like whenever someone wins a title, they have a custom made side plate.
Yeah, like when Rocky Balboa beat Clubber Lang, they added his face.
They sold that belt I almost bought. They sold a replica.
That belt I'd buy.
And that was like $300-something, but I didn't pick that up.
Wow.
So
yeah, because
I didn't trust the website.
Well.
So the custom side plates were $75. No, wait. It should have been. No, yeah, I think there was $75.
Okay. How many of those?
One.
Okay.
Because he only goes on one belt. But they were cool because they were a special edition SummerSlam.
Well, yeah.
One has it's 2 side plates. One has the SummerSlam logo, and the other one says Brooklyn 2017.
$75.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
That was day one.
Wait, that was one. Okay. All right, let's just stop right there for now. Okay, so, wow. Okay, so 660 plus 490 plus 75. 9, 7, 16 plus 6 is 6. That's a shitload of money. That's over almost 6, 10, 11. $1,125.
No, I couldn't have said.
$1,225.
Wait, the math is wrong somewhere.
I have a calculator right here.
Oh, wait, are you adding in the tickets as well?
No, yes, I'm adding in the tickets.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
I'm adding
right.
in the tickets for a total expenditure. Hold on. That was your screenshot of your tweet that I'm going to read to the fans. Hold on. So let's see. 660. Remember when teachers told us that you think you're going to carry a calculator around with you forever? Well, guess what? You're wrong, Mrs. Tully. God rest your soul. You witch. Oh, no, that's
Yeah, why are grammar school teachers sometimes very nasty? I remember.
How come they weren't hot like they are now?
And they're always banging people.
$1,225.
Now, to be fair, though.
No. I just want to say, you spent that without blinking, right?
Okay, yes.
Okay, now, this isn't going to be the whole podcast, because I got to...
Because that was only day one.
Okay, fine. I don't care about day 2 right now. Right now, I'm just going to say, the other day, which was yesterday, actually... Little side story. My wife went away for business to Atlanta on Tuesday.
Cool.
So I just had a very good doctor's appointment, and I said, I'm going to treat myself to some Chinese food.
Oh, very nice.
Right. I love Chinese food.
Yeah.
But since I've been on this diet and I've cut down my Chinese intake.
That's what she said.
Me love you long time.
It's Vietnamese.
So, yeah, same thing. Not really. I don't want to hear anything. So I figured, all right, you know what? I normally don't even eat the rice when I get Chinese food, but let me get brown rice because it's supposedly the healthy.
Better than
Right. So with that, my son comes home. I eat my lunch, whatever. My son comes home from camp. And my daughter comes from camp. He's like, my ear hurts. So I'm like, all right. He kind of complained on and off that it was hurting the last 2 days, but it was nothing consistent. So, plus he's a little whiny. So I'm like, all right, maybe he's just, he misses his mother, whatever. So this was Tuesday. Tuesday night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, he gets up. My ear hurts. I give him some, medicine, and he goes back to bed. So I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to have to take him to urgent care in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have work.
Oh.
Now my father-in-law was coming to get my kids to camp when I left for work. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be a problem. About 4 o'clock in the morning, my stomach starts going like gurgle,
Oh, no.
Mergle. And I'm like, oh, this isn't the right time. Because I'm pretty regular.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
You got your BMs at your certain set times?
Yeah, well, usually when I'm working because I like to get paid for it.
Okay.
So...
10 minutes a day gives you a 40
absolutely
40 hour
my boss
vacation,
once said to me,
2 week
what were you
vacation,
doing
yeah.
in front of this building for 10 minutes? I was like, I was taking a shit. And she goes, excuse me? I go, yeah, there's the bathroom in the church. She goes, for 10 minutes? I go, do you time your bowel movements? I'll tell that's the story from we have a new segment. So we have a new segment that I was going to introduce today. So I'll cut that story short.
We're
Tales from the mailbag.
I like it.
Yes. Okay. So I did a lot of prep for this show today.
Good.
It's my home house.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that? Okay. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up now, and I'm like, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom. And it was one of those ones where if you have a weak stomach, people, I say just pause right now or fast forward about a minute. My feet were sitting straight up.
Ooh,
whoa,
one of those.
Yeah, holding onto the sink for
Oh,
dear
man.
God. And
Popping out your O-ring.
It was just a ring of fire.
Oof.
It was, so, and it wasn't
That's a rough
solid.
one. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that was at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And again at 6.
Ooh.
And again at 6:45.
Oh, the old Mongolian
yes.
stomach flu.
Remember that scene in was it Dumb and Dumber? When he's in the bathroom?
When he's
pretty much was my life Wednesday morning. So I call up work and I'm like, all right, here's the deal. Now I know I have to deliver mail. And I'm not delivering mail if I'm in the bathroom every 25 minutes.
That is true.
I'm working until midnight at that point.
Yeah.
So thankfully, my son. Thankfully, my son was sick. So there, I said it. I call up and I'm like, listen. I got an issue. My son, my wife's away. I got to take him to urgent care. I said, I'm going to go because I know if I just take some Imodium, I'll be good. Mm-hmm. I'm a seasoned professional. I just drink half a bottle of Imodium. I'm not moving until Thursday.
You're good to go.
So. Which is today. So I'm like, listen, I'm going to go take my son to urgent care. I go, if they say he's good to go to camp, I said, I'll be in. I'm going there in my uniform. Right? So, okay, no problem. Call me back. Let me know. I go, take him to urgent care. Yeah, he can't go to camp. He's got a double ear infection.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So, and I went myself.
Yeah.
So now that's 2 visits to urgent care, $35 copay. That's $70. Okay.
Okay.
I got to get him a prescription. Drops.
Okay.
How much ear drops? Just take a guess.
Prescription.
Prescription ear drops.
So we're talking the copay?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to imagine that probably maybe $10, $15.
$50.
Are you kidding me?
$50
for a copay?
For a copay, because apparently there are some special tier, TIER, of my insurance.
Oh my god!
Which don't worry, I'm calling my insurance company and they're getting an earful, and I'm gonna stick drops up there.
There you go.
So that was $50 right there.
Wow.
Another 12 because while I'm there, my wife texts me from the airport. I'm about to leave. Can you get this? And I also know we needed Advil. So Advil plus the dishwashing liquid, which was, that was important. As my ass is on fire, my son's ears are on fire. Okay, that was another $12.
Okay.
Now you just spent $1,225 for your little venture and accessories. That was one day. No. I spent $152 2 days before I get paid. And I was flipping the hell out. See, these are the financials of a married man with a mortgage and 2 car payments. Okay, and you son of a bitch. Shut up.
But those numbers are incorrect.
No, they're not. Okay, fine. Take away the
gotta take out the tickets.
The $660. Okay, so $490 plus $75. You spent almost $600.
There we go. That makes sense.
$600 on 2 shirts and basically toys.
No.
Toys.
No.
Belts.
Absolutely not.
Let me ask you a question.
A replica championship belt.
Let me ask you a question.
Is that a replica hockey stick behind you?
No, that is a giveaway at the Garden that I bought off some freaking kid because apparently I was too old enough to get the giveaway. So the little bastard. This is a true story. I think my cousin was with me, as a matter of fact. Listen to me. No, see this stick here? It's a New York Rangers Immigrant Savings Bank stick. Okay, you had to be 15 and under to get this stick. I was in my 20s. Okay, this little kid went in disguises and had 3 sticks. He had a hat facing forward, went back, hat backwards.
Oh, they were giving him out at the door.
I don't know where they were giving him out. All I know was I wasn't eligible. So he had 3 sticks. That cost me $20. I bought a replica free. He made $20 on it.
And he probably scammed you. That's probably less than 20.
Oh, no, he was free. It was a free giveaway.
Yeah.
Can you imagine them giving this away now?
I can't imagine you spent $20.
I am cheap, people. But this was a giveaway. It's wood. You could beat someone over the head on the subway with this thing and kill them. Which I wish I could these days, but okay, so I'm crying over $152 because now I also have to. This is now Wednesday.
You have to survive till payday.
I have to survive till payday, which was I get paid tomorrow, thankfully.
Okay.
Look, I this was a tight week, but I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I do have a savings account, so
that's good.
But I try not to touch my savings account. $600 on 2 belts and 2 shirts.
No. The second belt is not factored into that number yet.
That was 1 belt.
1 belt was about 4 and change.
Well, okay, I think the point was made. Okay, because you're single and you could buy shit like this. Okay, like you buy your 4-day tickets to Comic-Con, and
yes.
I'm like buying one, and I'm not even necessarily getting off work that day. So I remember that I had to sell it because I couldn't get off work.
Yeah.
And then all I got all day, people, were pictures from my friends at Comic-Con going,
friend.
"Hey Frank," well,
probably friend.
Yeah, that rat bastard. I'm trying to find. So then, this is my point. But the point I wanted. Okay, so this is what I worry about. Okay, so you have the life. You have the life. God bless you.
I have to worry about making sure I'm making my rent.
Oh yeah,
which I will.
Which you will, but I mean, you're gonna have to what? Sell some blood, sperm? I mean, what?
No,
do you have kids that we don't know about that you sold?
I wish I tried having them.
No good, not enough. Or
no, it's just I don't do this.
I know what you.
I was going to say not that often, but
Nah.
but I'm looking to try and pre-order an Xbox One X. So
I don't even next. Oh, see, Larry, this is why I love you because you. I said this. That you will be the first person who voluntarily gets chipped because when there's
what's that?
You can't do that. That's stealing material.
I know it's okay.
Because when the second a new technology comes out, Larry has to have it.
Absolutely.
So when they say, okay, when the company you work for goes, all right, people, we are gonna start chipping you. What's that? We're gonna start chipping you.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
You are gonna have to. Larry's gonna be like, me. I'm number one. I want to be first.
Hey, listen, you know how many times I forgot my ID at home?
And you know what's gonna happen after they chip you? Don't say it. Don't say it. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get cloned, and they're gonna replace you.
Let them clone me. What good?
Well, your clone might get laid.
That's true. Imagine that'd be terrible.
Yeah. Larry's not here.
If I had sex with my own clone, would that be masturbation?
Would it be homosexual?
I didn't ask that question. I asked.
Do you really want to see yourself from behind? From the, I mean, really. Let's be honest here. I've seen like most of my back in the mirror. I don't think I would. But so $152 gave me a migraine headache. Okay, and you,
I dropped $600 knowing 2 days late. No, a day later,
rent is due.
No, I'd be getting more stuff at the show.
So let's talk about the tweet.
Oh, okay.
Tweet.
Yes.
Can you mind because I screenshotted the tweet?
Go right ahead.
Of course. So hold on, let me get my phone here, and this is Larry walking to my Uber, and I hear from a 10-year-old, "You wasted $400 on that belt." Have I told you my thoughts on children? And all I could see is some snot-faced little kid going, like from The Simpsons. What's his name?
Oh, Nelson.
Yeah. You wasted $400 on that belt. And Larry just hanging his head in shame.
I'm walking. So if you use Uber, when you leave an event, like a big event, it doesn't matter what it is, just a lot of people ordering Uber at the same time, the price for Uber goes up. Now, on average, the Uber was costing me about $30 to go from my parents' house to the Barclays. And pretty
Why not
much
just take the train?
I didn't want to deal with the train, in all honesty.
Well, the train is right there.
I know, but the stuff I was carrying with me.
Because someone's going to rob you for your belt.
Especially heading there, it's not a problem.
Because
I was heading there like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but leaving there, probably getting on the train by
downtown
midnight.
Brooklyn, biggest things. Crack cocaine, hipsters, replica belt stealers.
You never know. You
Are
never
you
know
insane?
what.
Literally, because I'm sure it was just. Did you have it over your shoulder? Like
I don't have it.
Hogan?
It doesn't fit in a bag.
I'm sure there's a bag you could find.
I mean, I have a nice
you didn't
vinyl
have your
bag
WrestleMania tote
or
bag
a
with
velvet
you?
bag, but these
That
belts.
velvet? That's nice.
These belts, they're designed a little different. You can't really fold them up too well to fit in the bag properly. Plus, at the same time, I want to walk around showing that I have the belt. And you know how many people would come up to me asking for photos with it? Why I didn't start charging people, I don't know.
You could have made some of your money back.
Honestly. And then one person goes, what did they do? I handed him the belt to take a picture. He's like, oh, man, I can run off with this. And I'm like, you are the reason why I don't normally do this. And why usually I'm in half the shots. So I'm walking up. Now, you got a picture. For those of you who are local, Frank, you may know the area. You know the Barclays Center
I've been
area,
there once.
Flatbush and Atlantic.
I went there for a Frozen on Ice concert.
There you go.
Yes, and almost fell to my death.
Oh, because you had to be up on top? Yeah, those cheap
yeah.
seats are ridiculous.
Yeah, cheap seats. See the theme? I'm cheap.
Well, no, I had to sit up there only because those were the tickets that came up on Ticketmaster.
Right, $660.
No, it's just I wasn't gonna, when you have to battle through Ticketmaster to get these tickets, sometimes it's ridiculous. So
Yeah,
I just
we
get
see
whatever comes up
constant
first.
posts about
Though,
how you.
for the same price, $90, all 4 shows. It's weird. 3 of the 4 shows, I was up in like section 221. Like I needed a Sherpa to get up there. It was ridiculous. But for the one show, I was like section 17. It was ridiculous. But that's neither here nor there. What was I going with this? Oh yeah, so I had to walk up and away from the Barclays for the price to drop for Uber.
Okay.
So I walked
so you were
up.
scared.
No, I wasn't scared.
Yeah, Lily White
Try
boy.
that one more time.
Lily White boy.
In all honesty, I wasn't scared because I was walking with a group of people. Like, I made sure there were other people, like other wrestling fans who were leaving to go get their car or
You
go
guys
somewhere
must
else.
have been really intimidating
No,
in your tight T-shirts.
Yeah, there really aren't many.
Me, damn it!
There really aren't many felt wrestling fans, to be honest with you.
Speaking of wrestling fans, were there any female wrestling fans there?
There are, and
did you get a number? Did you hook up? Did you meet?
Actually, you know what? I didn't say anything on Twitter. I didn't say anything on Facebook, but there was something that was happening while I was at one of the shows. I was at SmackDown. I think I was at SmackDown.
Hey, buddy, nice belt. You should see the ones I have in my house. What was her name?
It was either Raw or SmackDown. I don't know. Anyway, so what happened is, again, I'm section like 207 all the way up, like row 21 of 22 rows. So I'm already up there.
Because you're in shape.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not. So I sit down, and I have my belt with me because I brought my belt. I have 3 different belts that I brought with me. 2 of them are still at my parents' because I couldn't bring them home yet.
Oh, my God.
So
I'm sorry.
each night...
you just kill me.
Each night was a different belt. So, and I have to bring the belt associated with the show. I can't bring a belt that's not associated with the show. So,
hold on. Can I just ask why?
Because
is it superstition? Is it a superstition?
No, because it doesn't.
Because
make
I know
sense.
when I go to hockey games,
Yeah.
I have a. You can't see it from here, but I have a bunch of things that I have to bring with me.
But
I
that's
have to
hockey.
I wear my Ranger gear from like boxer shorts, socks, everything straight up to the jersey, hats, everything, and I have like certain keychains. Usually, whatever is a giveaway, but I'm not carrying the stick, so.
But hockey is very superstitious. Also.
Yes.
So
yes.
But no, mine just
you just bring it just to
because it doesn't make sense.
You just bring it just to show off that you got a belt.
Well, I mean, there's tons of other people as well, but sometimes they have their little toy belts. So I got a replica, baby.
That's why you get made fun of by 10-year-olds.
Oh. I've got made fun of by 10-year-olds often. I was at the
see
Cradle
a
of
theme
Aviation.
here?
Remember we were filming at the Cradle of
I
Aviation.
actually, believe it or not, I actually just listened to that episode.
A kid zinged me twice because I had a selfie stick.
I just listened to that episode of your Retro Gamers podcast.
The one that you were at.
The Retro Gamers podcast. .com. I don't know.
The RetroGamers.com.
Ragers, right. Yes, no, I listened. I think I said I'm a little behind on the episodes, but
I appreciate it.
It was the episode when you and Anthony were discussing. That night we went and I was doing camera work with the lady with the Pac-Man.
Oh my God,
that
she would
witch.
not get off that fucking
Yeah, I hope she gets like
machine.
Diarrhea
She couldn't take one game.
Yeah,
one game.
But
she
you
could have
destroyed
stepped
her.
away.
You destroyed her.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
I digress. You were talking about someone of the female persuasion at wrestling.
Okay, yeah. So, and I do want to get back to the superstition thing in a moment. So, I'm up at the seat. I'm sitting there. I got my belt with me, just hanging out. I mean, I'm all the way up on top. And this girl comes over. Now, she wasn't a 9. She wasn't a 10. She certainly wasn't the caliber of maybe.
Well, what number was she?
Women I've been talking to and friends with.
I
would say she was like she was probably like a 6 or a 7.
Okay,
6 or a 7. It was
my
also
6 or 7 or your 6
well,
or 7?
here's the thing. It was also very dark where I was up there. So
right. It was a man, baby.
Honestly, I couldn't see the Adam's apple. So she sits down.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Caitlin. Was her name Caitlin? It was.
No, I don't. I never got her name. So,
but did you get?
No. So I'm at the show and
hopeless.
she's talking. No, here's the thing now, because she was miserable to begin with, because she sat down.
What is the point of this story?
Because can I get to it? You're not letting me tell the story.
Well, this is what I do.
Clearly. So she's talking. She turns
I will rub
around.
this on my private parts, just so you know. Your mic on my private parts.
Please don't. I have 2 other mics, and I'd rather not have to replace that one.
Go on, finish your story.
So,
is this funny enough for you, Chew? Go on.
He may be getting his own podcast.
Oh God!
On the More of the Same network, which we're a part of. So, that's right. I now have. I have my own. I have my own network. More of the Same.
Finish
network.
your story.
So she sits down and she turns around at me. She says, "You know, who's going to be at the show? I'm like, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, so I forgot what show it was.
Can we name her? Can we just call her like Audrey?
Sure, why not?
All right. So Audrey turns around, starts talking to you.
Yeah, and she's like, so who's going to be at the show tonight? Well, I'm like, she's like, is John Cena going to be there? I'm like, probably not. Meanwhile, he opened the show. Who knew?
Did you
so,
see
it
him?
was Raw. That's what it was. It was Monday.
Did you see him?
You can't see him. So it was Monday because he showed up on
Are you
Raw
impressed
for the
that I
first
knew
time.
that?
I do. There's some stuff. When you did the Honky Tonk Man theme song, you really got me good on that
I
one.
love the Honky
I was
Tonk
quite
Man.
impressed.
That's when I followed wrestling.
The longest
when I
reigning
was
Intercontinental
12.
champion.
Okay, I followed wrestling. I followed wrestling when it was on Channel 11, 12 o'clock.
Sudden interruption. If your son or daughter, were to get into wrestling, watching it, would you have a problem with that?
No.
Would you let them watch it?
Yes.
Would you join in their...
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm not saying become a wrestler.
No,
anything,
I know. Listen, I know many adults who are into wrestling. I know many adults who are into wrestling because their children are into wrestling. You're an anomaly.
That's why my dad goes to WrestleMania. Mostly, he doesn't watch wrestling.
Well, he goes because that's like your little bonding thing. But that's a different story altogether. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, man, we're all into weird crap. There's stuff on this computer that would probably get me arrested. Okay, but my point is, just finish. I want to hear about Audrey, so that's what I'm calling her.
Okay, so
she's a great big fat person.
So she's asking me like some of the who's going to be there. Like she's like, oh, I haven't watched wrestling in a while. My friends invited me here. So I'm like, oh, okay. Then she's like, and I lost my phone at work, so I don't know what time it is. I was like, okay, all right. So I kind of kept giving her the time because it was before the show started. I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's 7 o'clock now.
You freaking stud.
And I'm like, she's like, when is it going to start? I'm like, it'll probably start around 7:15.
976 Larry. At
so
the tone, the time will be.
So of course the show started a half hour later than I said, but her friends never showed up. And then she was sitting like maybe one row in front of me, 2 seats over. Then people showed up who sat in that seat. So then she sat right in front of me. At which point I went, oh, this is going to make the conversation awkward. because
when she
if you know the Barclays Center,
she's crotch height.
Pretty much. So
we rubbed one out.
So we kind of kept talking, about wrestling. And then this is what got me. It was like an hour into the show. Her friends never showed up. So I'm like, that's weird. Where are her friends? Granted, she lost her phone at work, so maybe they're trying to text her and she can't get a hold of them. But
does she sort glass? Was that her job?
Probably. So then I was like, all right, this is actually going interesting. Then she went, as people sometimes do, they put their feet up on the chair in front of them, which drives me nuts, but I didn't flip out. It just mentally, I'm like, oh, that's rude.
Yeah, I would have just kicked somebody in the head.
Yeah.
Wait,
so that's when I discovered that she was rocking her fuzzy slippers.
So she was a mentally insane.
Like the fuzzy, kind of like yours, what you're wearing right now. But
I'm wearing fuzzy slippers that are pink and have Hello Kitties on
exactly.
them. No, they're Adidas.
Like that, whatever you want to call it, just the one crossover.
Flip-flop.
So I was like, because I am not a foot person, that feet skeeve me out.
Me too.
So
I didn't know that.
Oh, absolutely.
I hate feet.
I hate feet.
If I can figure out a way to live without feet.
Feet are the yoga pants of the body.
Larry hates yoga pants. We'll talk about that.
So
I have to write this down.
So I'm like, all right. Well, she's wearing fuzzy slippers out. I think it was raining. That's kind of weird.
She's a crazy person.
Then she decided to put her leg up, like cross her leg like this, and then start playing with her toes, like in and out of the toes with her fingers.
So swipe left.
And I am pretty sure, I will bet dollars to donuts, that after she was playing with her feet, I could have sworn she may have put her fingers in her mouth. I'm not 100% sure.
She was testing the waters.
So
that's disgusting. I'm going to throw up.
I was done at that point.
All right. So Audrey, you're gross.
I was heading somewhere, but I meant like that day. I was like, oh, this.
What did she look like?
This is not a joke. I'm not meaning to be a joke. It was dark. I really couldn't make her out. She wasn't slender, but she wasn't heavy.
Okay, a few extra pounds.
Yeah, the face.
Black hair, brown hair, blonde.
Well, everyone looked like black hair. Because again, it was dark. So and the face. I mean, she looked like she kind of had a nasty face to her because she looked like she was just upset.
Oh, resting bitch face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah, okay.
So, I've met some hot wrestling fans.
I think
I know one.
I think this is your in. I think this is your ticket. No
That's
pun intended.
The ticket.
No. Your ticket to finding a girlfriend is at wrestling.
There is a dating website for wrestling fans.
And?
It's called tagmeadate.com.
I like that. And?
I remember Anthony told me about it when he was working at WWE.
And? Did you join it?
I think I signed up for the beta, and then that was about it.
Larry, you missed opportunities here.
I know. It's...
Listen, the Tinder thing's obviously not working.
You're telling me.
So, look, this is your hobby. You find someone who has your hobby, then when she comes into your humble abode and she sees all your belts, she's
and
like,
we can challenge for the
Sam,
titles.
you could have some of your own little wrestling matches. You know what I'm
and
saying?
I've brought...
Ding, ding. This bout is scheduled for one fall.
Where's the bell? Ding, ding.
Yeah, we're talking wrestling here.
I know.
By the way, who do you like in the Conor McGregor fight?
I'm going to be watching it.
Where? And how comes I wasn't invited? You're a dick. I don't talk to you. Get out of my house.
Do you want to spend $100 on the pay-per-view?
I'm cheap. Don't you remember that?
$40 in the movie theater. You can watch it live.
$40. Get out of here.
You know what? I'm going McGregor.
I'm going McGregor also.
But here's the thing. It's going to go one of two ways. Either McGregor just outright knocks out Mayweather. Okay, I don't know what round, but knocks him out. Or McGregor snaps and puts him in a rear naked choke and gets disqualified.
Well, I think...
And by the time this drops,
the only way I say it's going to be Mayweather
over.
Is because McGregor gets disqualified because he's going to hold him. He's going to
do a
UFC.
Right.
Well, the second he tries to hold him, I think it's actually in the contract that if he does hold him, he's disqualified.
I mean, they're allowed to. They do that
Advantage is
hugging
all Mayweather,
thing,
but I think I like McGregor just because I like saying Conor McGregor.
Well, someone made a good point today. I was talking to him about the fight, and again, by the time this podcast drops, the fight's already going to be over. But they were like,
"We'll let you know who wins."
Mayweather, he's so good because he also never gets touched. He's so fast.
Yeah.
No one really lays a hand on him. So that's
Right.
why I'm wondering if McGregor can connect. He may lay him out.
It's possible.
But I also like to see him flip out and throw him into some sort of Kimura
I would love
lock
for him
or
to just
something.
bite his face off. I mean, I really want to see some like he's dead. Oh my God! You kill. There's your. He'll never get the. Well, I guess posthumous.
Posthumous?
Posthumously, he'll get the win, right?
Posthumously?
All right. Well, let's moving right along.
Moving right along.
No.
Life on the highway.
You said something that when this airs. Now, when this airs will be September 6th. You'll be listening to this, people. So happy September. Yes, I already did the math. Because you know what that means?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
September 6th. You know what yesterday was?
September 5th.
The most wonderful time of the year.
What?
Parents know.
Oh.
Kids go back to school.
Oh,
That's
boy.
right. If you're listening September 6th in the future right now, I am the happiest dad in the world because I don't have to do afternoon pickups anymore. I can come straight home from work and I don't have to deal with the crap of two kids fighting in the car.
Oof.
All for a block and a half. Joey touched me.
Let him teach him to walk.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to when I have a day off in the middle of the week and they get on the bus at 8:37 a.m.
And 8:39, you're down here.
Usually I'll eat breakfast after they leave, so I can eat breakfast quiet. And because my daughter, now parents, you'll get this. Larry, you'll not understand this, but parents, you'll get this. If you have more than one kid, they're usually the exact opposite. My son is 5 years old. My son will get dressed. He will brush his own teeth. He will be ready. He'll eat his cereal or whatever breakfast is made, all before my daughter wakes up. Now, when my daughter gets up, it's 10 minutes to get out of bed, 15 minutes in the bathroom. She's 7, mind you. Okay? And she just sits there on the bowl. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm pooping. Move. Let's go. The bus is going to be. Move. Now, I live literally a mile and a half from the school, but because of the way the neighborhood is shaped, they have to take the bus.
Okay.
Plus, I'm not driving a mile and a half to deal with all those crazy moms in their minivans who block every driveway and intersection.
Traffic is going to be the worst. See, real quick, you'll continue the story, but as much as you're happy about September 6th or September 5th, I won't be because traffic is going to
trust me,
up.
I fly to work now. September
Yeah.
6th, I'm not going to be happy on that reason because I do have a commute. But, so, like as I was saying. So then, okay, Jules, what do you want for breakfast? I don't know. Well, you have like 3 choices. You have cereal, nothing, or eggs. I want pancakes. Now, I'm not making pancakes, okay? I'm not making French toast. I'm not making waffles. Fresh ones. I'm not making that. But we have the frozen ones every now and then.
Eggos rule.
But that is, it's basically breakfast cake, okay? There's no nutrition. She's not getting any, and no.
Boy, ever since you went on this diet,
No.
man.
I'm not a health Nazi, okay? It's not, no. I don't like Nazis. I'm just, and I'm purposely doing this just to annoy Frankie because I have to, I'm playing it safe.
Did he say something?
No, I just do it to annoy him now.
That's fine.
Everything.
I
don't want to offend anybody, especially Frankie, because you guys are a bunch of
because his episode's the only one that got bleeped.
Yeah. bleep. So my son's ready. He's ready. He's good to go. He's ready. He's sitting. He's like, yeah, all right. He'll have his sneakers on. Everything. He's good to go. It's literally 10 minutes to the bus, and I'm like, I'm screaming at my daughter, let's go. Now, I don't do girls' hair. Do your hair. Brush your teeth. Here's your vitamin. Move. I'm literally shoving her out the door, like she's stuffing the 2 vitamins into her mouth, and I'm looking up the street, and I see the other, the other kids on her bus, and their parents walking towards the bus. I'm like, I go, they're moving. We gotta go. Move it. Move it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, literally, I didn't tell you times I've run. I literally am one house off the corner. The bus stops on the corner, and we're literally running for the bus. Okay, there's days we've missed the bus because of my daughter, and now I have to go deal with the crazy mamas. Okay, so September 6th, yay! Well, September 5th, yay, yay, and nay for the traffic. But
lesser of 2 evils.
Well, look, like I said, when my first day off, I think I'm actually taking off September 5th. I'm taking the day off because it's my son's first day of kindergarten. So I want to be there for that. Fair enough. Then I have the day. Well, my wife will be down here working. I'll be right next to her playing Grand Theft Auto.
You better invest in headphones.
Oh, I have my headset right here.
Okay, good.
I have my headset.
Good. And you get the audio through there.
Yeah, but I usually keep it a little lower because, I'm surprised she was actually supposed to come down here to grab her laptop, but we still might. She probably fell asleep.
Tired of 10-year-olds curtsing at you?
Oh, they're a bunch of sexist racists, those little kids, man. But I do believe I have a problem because when I'm not playing Grand Theft Auto, I'm watching videos on Grand Theft Auto. As I make fun of my kids who are sitting there watching these YouTube videos of people opening toys, my wife goes, you know better. I am better. What are you looking at? You're being rude. Sudden interruption.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. Where was it? Oh.
You're not even prepared.
No, I'm prepared. A sudden interruption. Okay, would you rather find out that your perfect Tinder date has a boyfriend or has a foot fetish?
Oh, clearly boyfriend at that point.
You know what's funny? I read that before you mentioned the foot fetish. Okay, all right. So that's good.
If she's on Tinder and has a boyfriend, may get the wobbly H going.
The wobble. Oh, you gross. I wish. All right. So can we talk about the yoga pants, please?
You want to do that now? All right.
Why not? Look,
we can.
Look, okay, gentlemen, ladies, if you're out there, I know you own them, and I thank you for that. My colleague here has a different view. Well, hold on. I love yoga pants. I think they're one of the greatest inventions ever made. It's like looking at an ass without seeing an ass. Okay? Sure. Granted, there's some women, hey, just because they got your size doesn't mean you should own them. I'm not wearing them. Okay? I'm a big man, and I won't wear yoga pants. Well, mainly because I'm not a woman, and B, because I know what my ass looks like. Okay? But point is, there you have the yoga pants, and then you got the Walmart yoga pants.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe it's those I'm not crazy about.
Come on.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Tell me
It's a short story. It's going to be a short thing.
I want to hear your short story. So.
I am not crazy about the look of pantyhose. Something about it. It's not me. Clearly, it's not me. I don't like to wear them. I hate breaking open that egg. I don't know. Something about pantyhose on women. I don't.
But they're not
I'm
pantyhose.
not crazy. No. Would you? Can I tell the story?
I interrupt people.
Okay.
I know.
So, and it's weird because here's the thing. I get why women wear pantyhose, and when it's just like you see the leg part of it, I guess that's one thing. But then, like, I guess when they take the shoes off and when other things come off, it just doesn't.
Is that my ex-girlfriend?
Pantyhose doesn't make sense to me. For some reason, I incorporate yoga pants, kind of like, or at least maybe early yoga pants.
I'm looking at yoga pants on the internet to annoy Larry.
I'm looking too. I'm checking it out.
That one says sassy on it.
There you go. One of the ones that say juicy. Because be careful the ones that say this is a juicy yoga pant. If you can read this and it's still going, then you may have a problem.
Yeah.
So when I see yoga pants, I relate them to pantyhose. And that's kind of why I'm not saying women don't look good in them. Trust me when I tell you, women look good in them. But to fond over them like you do.
Look at that ass.
I see that.
You look at that ass.
I see
You're
that.
telling me that's Rosario.
I'm not.
He's our super fan. Look at that ass, Rosario. I know you like that. Okay. Come on, look at that.
No, listen, I'm not saying...
We're looking at my ass in yoga pants
yes,
right now.
Honestly,
No.
it's very weird. I'm not... Look, I agree, but they don't all look like that. They're all not, a scrumptious apple, set in yoga pants.
Okay. You can sit back down over there.
You don't want me that close to you?
No, not
pants?
when I'm looking at yoga pants.
Okay. But I've seen some women in certain... Maybe it's the patterns. Remember when they first came out, they were all solid colors?
They were like black or gray.
Yeah. Maybe that's what drove me nuts. Like when I see some of the color patterns, maybe that makes it, that differs it from yoga, from pantyhose.
So you obviously don't like the ones that have like that little see-through panel where you could see a little bit of leg. That must really... Oh, gross.
No, I'm not saying it's gross. I'm not saying that. All right, let's get into it. Like there's a whole section... What are you doing?
Stretching. I might ride the bike later.
Okay. What bike?
It's in the back room.
Oh.
It's going right there.
It's the one in front of me. I lost my train of thought now when you
yoga
did that
pants.
to me. Thank you. I still lost my train of thought. So, but nope. I forgot where I'm going with this.
All right. Well, then
so
I guess
there goes that.
Move along.
So, but I'm starting to appreciate a little bit more with yoga pants, but no pun intended. I don't know. Maybe I'm not there yet. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. There's a whole section on like Pornhub just dedicated to like
Pornhub?
yoga pants. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think you have stock in it.
Yeah, I've actually tried watching a video on it, and it turned me off completely.
Completely.
Yeah.
I'm not
well,
crazy.
because they're ripping them, and they're doing...
But,
yeah.
but that's what happens. That's what you associate with.
No. See,
and then that's it. Game over.
It's... No. Okay, I get that.
So.
I get that. Yeah, it was... No, I had to, go to something else.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I'm starting to appreciate more and more some yoga pants, probably because of the variety, different color. You do have a little, maybe show a little.
All right, I accept that.
A little something. So
I accept that. You're growing up. I like it.
Slowly as it comes off.
All right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
I thought Frankie was here. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh God, please. That episode was.
What do you mean yoga pants? They all look hot in yoga pants.
He's disturbed.
It's not an interruption. Would you ever come in yoga pants?
Oh, you're imitating Frankie. I'm like, what? He's not gonna like this. He's not gonna like this. I'm not. We're gonna get phone calls now. You don't understand the phone calls we get.
Oh,
By
wait till we incorporate phone calls.
Speaking of, I wanted. It's funny. I wanted to. Can I move this? Yeah. I just wanted to. I wanted. We're actually getting a lot of popularity, and I'm not trying to brag here, but I'm gonna.
Go for it. We're getting some legs.
We got a bunch of new Facebook followers to our page at the Better Half Podcast.
Just search the Better Half on Facebook because it's useless for us to remember.
Yeah, at facebook.com/Better Half Podcast.
Okay.
And I think we're up to like 75, 76
we're
people.
Getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
We appreciate the feedback. We got another 5-star rating from Richie.
I saw that.
Yes. Not on iTunes, but I'll take Facebook.
Listen, whatever. That counts, man. Thank you.
And we're going over some analytics, and we actually have, I would like to say good day to our friends in Australia who listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we got some people around the world. It's crazy. It's funny.
I mean, look, the numbers aren't like 97% in Australia.
No.
I mean, it's mostly America. But when
Damn
you break
straight.
it down, I mean, it was like 4.4% or something of people listen to in Australia. It must get pretty boring in the outback.
In the last week, you're right. It was Australia, Poland, the UK, Canada, Japan. That's probably
Listen, any of our out of country, non-American listeners, please send us a message on Facebook or Twitter. We would love to hear from you because this is exciting to me because I'm a stats guy. I for some reason I love when records get broken, and I love seeing numbers go up and down when it comes to stats. So I'm constantly checking.
You were terrible when we first did this.
Oh, I must have
No
bothered.
idea. Oh my God!
How many downloads? How many downloads? How many downloads? How many downloads? So, please contact us. We will give you a shout out. I mean, seriously, we have a friend Anthony who's in Japan all the time. We'll have a meet and greet with him for another.
Oh my God!
We'll set it up.
I
get sushi together. It's sushi like sushi places in Japan. You think it's just like
he
McDonald's.
can't find a sushi place in Japan.
I guarantee they're not there.
He's gone.
It's an American thing.
I remember like the first 2 times he went over, he's like, I cannot find a sushi place in Japan.
If you know sushi, like I know sushi.
Sushi.
No, seriously, is there anybody in Iran listening?
Iran? How about I walk? So it's one thing for the countries. I love the breakdown of the cities. So of course we got most people listening in Brooklyn. It's probably my mother. And
we have listeners.
We do. But then that's again. This was the last 7 days. Brooklyn, New York made up about 12.2% of the plays. Then Lodz, Poland made up 8.2%.
That's a
of
lot.
the listens. In Lodz, Lodz,
Lodz,
Poland.
What's up? Shout out to Lodz. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Tell me something. Do you have good pierogies in Lodz
Yes,
or Lodz?
yes. How
Because
about
I
that?
love a good pierogi.
How's the train system
if
over?
we
So
if we do a live podcast from Lodz, will someone bring or Lodz?
Probably
I'm going to
Lodz.
say it both ways. Will someone bring me pierogies? Because I love pierogies.
Isn't that just a potato?
It's like a potato dumpling.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Knish?
no, ganache, No.
Gnocchi.
gnocchi. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I make chicken parmesan. You don't know what a gnocchi is.
We went through this already.
Disgusting.
Okay.
I know. I'm it's called
I
a
know.
callback.
I know. Best chicken
Okay, so
parm I made.
next. New York.
That wasn't bad. And then Calgary,
Calgary, Canada.
Canada.
Go Flames, go.
our attic.
And then Colchester, Vermont. I don't know anyone in Vermont.
No, neither do I. I
So-
knew there was a Colchester.
Linden, New Jersey. I think I know who that is.
Oh, he lives in Linden?
I think Frankie's not too far. No. Houston, Texas.
Okay.
All my exes live in Texas.
There you go.
Little fun fact.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Edison, New Jersey.
Edison and North Bergen.
North
Bergen
New
or
Jersey.
Bergen? Yeah, Bergen. And then Enfield, Connecticut.
Yeah, I don't have that on my
Yeah,
list.
no.
All right, we bored people enough with that.
Oh, absolutely. So, that's pretty wild. That we're really getting some
By
some
word of
steam here.
mouth.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, if anyone, hey, Peter's PETR pierogies in Poland. I know there's a place there. If you want to sponsor the Better Half podcast,
bring it. We will.
we will
advertise
send
it.
all 8.2 of our percent of our listeners right to your pierogi palace. Peter's Pierogi Palace.
There you
Coming
go.
to you live from Lodz, Poland.
Coming you live from Lodz, Poland.
Sudden interruption.
Oh, dang it!
Would you rather crap your pants in public once a year for the rest of your life?
Wow.
Or crap yourself in private every day for the rest of your life? Once a year in public or every day in private for the rest of your life?
Well, I've done both.
And bonus question, when was the last time you crapped your pants?
That is oof.
Well, answer the question
Okay.
first.
Probably I'd rather do it in private every day.
Every day.
Every day in private, because at least
That's
in
a
private.
lot of laundry.
Yeah, I know, but
And coming from someone who almost did the other night because of my issue, trust me, that's a lot of laundry.
Have you ever accidentally tried to toot one out and then realized, there's some fire behind that?
At my age, farts are dangerous. Okay, you're only 37. I'm 43. The second you turn 40, and people will back me up on this. And please comment on the page so I know I'm not crazy. Okay, for anything we talk about, we need feedback. I live for it. Okay, a fart can be dangerous. You have to be careful because you could be farting and
that's a loaded gun.
Oops, I crapped myself.
Yeah, honestly, oops, I crapped.
So
my pants.
wait, you answered the first part. What was the bonus question? When was the last time you crapped yourself? Publicly or privately?
Publicly. No, privately. That turned into public.
No. Oh.
No, it was private. I told people. It was I'm trying to think how long ago it was. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Ocean City, Maryland. Long night of drinking. I probably told you this. Long night of drinking. Passed out. I don't even remember how I got back to the hotel. I woke up. I don't know if I told you this part. I woke up in the bed, which was just covered in vomit.
Christ.
I stumbled. Now, I'm in the same hotel room with my two cousins. The ginger.
Okay.
Which is one of their husbands. Another friend of ours, I think.
You have a very patient family.
Eric has put up with more shit from me than I can ever imagine. I'm an only child. He may be married to my cousin, but he's my brother. I know that sounds weird, but he is a saint when I told him this story because I woke up, I went into the bathroom. I don't know how I remember this part. So I thought, I got to go to the bathroom. So because I'm still in my clothes. I'm still from the night before. So, I go in the bathroom to go to the bathroom. I go to sit down. So I pull my pants down and then I sit down and I'm like, well, that kind of feels weird. I don't think I've ever gone this far into it. I'm like, that's odd. So, I do one of these things where you go up a little bit and I look down and the porcelain white bowl is no longer porcelain white because it's all on the back of my thighs.
I didn't need to feel the details.
So
I have a good story though.
But this now, literally, do you remember the episode of Family Guy? It was an early episode when for some reason Peter tried breastfeeding Stewie.
Vaguely.
Okay, and then Stewie wakes up when he notices this. He's like, huh.
Yes, yeah. He got douche chills.
Yeah. That's what I got because I'm like, what happened? What happened? Now this is 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's a small hotel room. So I spent an hour in the shower, which is a weird shower because the shower head was right above in the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
It was.
I've seen those before. My first apartment before I got our apartment, before I found our apartment, the first one I looked at.
Our apartment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The one in Brooklyn.
I never knew where you lived before that.
Well, no, I lived at home, but
okay.
the first one I looked at when I was apartment hunting, apartment, I almost had it, but the guy refused to let me get cable. He's like, yeah, I don't want you drilling any holes in the wall. I go, I'm not going to be drilling any holes in the wall. The cable guy is, and he's going to do it professionally. No. This guy was definitely, I'm sure there was bodies buried in his backyard.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm glad I didn't move in. But he had that shower head that came out of the ceiling. It was the weirdest thing.
This was built into the ceiling.
Okay, that's even weirder.
So now I have to Cirque du Soleil myself to get the water.
So you're like the little Asian guy from Ocean's 11 who could just fit into a suitcase and shit like that?
I fit into the suitcase, but my God, I had to get some weird. So an hour, and I hear I kind of hear like a everything okay in there?
Housekeeping?
Yeah, sure, I'm fine. So I get through all that. I get through that scenario. I throw away my shorts.
The hotel's water bill was
I throw away my shorts. I have to. And they were a good, nice pair of shorts, too. Gone. Threw all that out. So I threw out the sheets, I think. No, I put the sheets on the other side. Anyway, so now I'm still in the bathroom for an hour and a half. Most of the people are already gone. So Eric comes by, he knocks on the door. So
how old were you?
5 years ago?
Okay.
5 or 6 years ago? So I'm in my 30s.
But you were drunk, so that's an excuse.
I hammered?
I'm more looking
Hold on. So I opened the door because he knocked. Now you got to imagine, the door. So I peek my head out the door.
What?
And Eric's like, you okay? And literally I go, I shit myself. And Eric, I swear, Eric goes, okay, I'll see you downstairs.
Fair enough.
And just walked out. like it was a normal transaction.
That man is a saint. He's an
my
absolute
God.
saint. Okay, that's more of a drunken story, but that I can accept shitting your pants when you're drunk. I was looking for more of something like this when I was straight sober and 14.
Oh, I was in grammar school.
High school.
Ooh.
Okay. And now I'll set it up for you. Actually, it might have been 8th grade, but I hung out with a lot of the same kids from 8th grade because we went to the same high school together. Mm-hmm. So the dates might be off. I was probably, let's just say, 13 years old.
Okay.
We were going to movies in Brighton Beach. Now, didn't have a car. From Sheepshead Bay to Brighton Beach, not, when you're a teenager, not a bad walk.
Not too bad,
because you're just out and about, and we were taking our sweet-ass time. Mm-hmm. And usually I'm pretty good with, I'll go before I leave the house. But for some reason, I just didn't have to go. I didn't go, whatever. We get to... It was my friend Mike, my friend Malcolm, and another kid, Philip, who we called PJ. 3 kids I went to elementary school and ended up going to high school with.
Okay. And
PJ and I lived close. Then we got Mike, and then we went to get Malcolm. We go to Malcolm's house, and I got a shit. Okay? I mean, I got to... It's brewing, and I'm like,
turtle head popping?
Now, yeah. Now, I've never been inside this kid's house. He lived in Brighton.
Oh, okay.
He was he was like the one, like Spanish kid that went to my elementary school, It was like
quota.
Yeah. Well, but he was like, I'm like, dude, I'm begging you. Can I use your bathroom real quick?
And it's rough pooping on foreign soil.
Absolutely, and I'm a home base guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like public toilets, but I'm like 13 years old, and we're going to the movie theater, mm-hmm. which he lived 6 blocks from, a straight run. Oceana movie theater, no longer there. For people who live locally, you'll know.
I think I remember that.
Okay. So we're walking from Sheepshead Bay through Manhattan Beach into Brighton Beach. Okay, now we're in Brighton. He lives 6 blocks. He's like, no. I'm like, no. What do you mean no? He's like, no, you're not coming in my house. I don't know if he had people tied up there or whatnot. Or granted, his parents probably didn't speak English.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be going out. I don't know what his situation was. But at 13 years old, no. I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, okay, you're now dead to me. That was the central air. That shouldn't be.
I didn't even hear it.
Okay. I hear everything. So no. So, okay. So now we're walking the 6 blocks. Now, my friend Malcolm and Mike are walking in front. I'm with PJ. Okay. And I don't think I've ever told anyone this story. Now I'm telling the world. So, God, I love having a podcast.
People in Lodz, Poland are looking forward to the story.
Yes, this is great. Poland. I love Poland now.
We got people in Germany. They love their scat
yes,
stories.
They do. So we're about 3 blocks from the theater. It's gone.
Oh,
it's happening.
no.
I'm in my pants.
Oof.
Okay. And I was a tidy-whitey guy back then.
Well, I think we mostly were, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I until I was a senior in high school that I had until I had boxes. So, and I'm literally got the douche sweats on my head. I'm like, oh God, please just don't smell. And I'm trying to not walk. I'm trying to literally move as little as possible so I don't activate it, right? So we get to the theater, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to kill Malcolm for this. I'm blaming him. This is my own fault, okay? This is my own fault. I shit my own pants, okay? I literally pay the ticket. I go, I'll meet you guys in the theater. I got to go to the bathroom. I run to the bathroom. Quack, 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 quack. I run to the bathroom. I get in the stall. It is the filthiest stall. I mean, you ever see those movies where they exaggerate, there's the clean freak and he has to go into the dirtiest.
Oh, I've been on the Long Island Railroad.
Okay.
I've seen those.
It was out of hell. Okay. It was something out of a Rob Zombie movie. Okay.
Man.
It was, I was like, I'm like, but you know what? I'm like, now here's, I kick off my shoes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I gotta take my pants off. I gotta get clean. Okay. Yep. I kick off my shoes. Okay. I'm now standing on my sneakers.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I take one leg off my jeans. Okay. I take the other leg off the jeans.
So carefully
because I don't want any shit on my jeans. Okay. I put them on the hook, which I was actually shocked there was a hook. Okay. I put them on the hook. So now I'm sitting there. Now imagine socks.
Yep.
Tighty-whitey full of shit. Okay. And I'm literally on the verge of tears. I'm missing the trailers. Now, you know me. I love trailers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But at this point,
yep.
I don't care if I miss the whole fucking movie. Okay? All right? And now I look. I now I'm still like not really moving. Okay, and I look, and there's like a little spot on my jeans.
Ooh.
Okay, that I like. You know, like a little stain on my jeans. And I'm looking. All right, it's not really bad on the outside, but the inside, it's not pretty. Okay, probably about if you were to quarter an orange.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm never going to quarter an orange ever again.
Like
this
a piece of an orange slice. Maybe a grapefruit, a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a half moon.
People drawing diagrams right now trying to figure this out.
So now I have to be careful because now I have to remove my underwear without touching the dirty floor with my socks, which at this point I should have because it was damp.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they didn't clean that.
You're
shit,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I finally somehow managed to get my underwear off. Okay, nothing falls out of it. I throw them in the corner.
Oh,
they're done. It's someone else's problem. Okay, completely somebody else's problem. I stop wiping my ass.
Yep.
I'm putting, I'm filling up the toilet. I'm wiping my ass. I'm cleaning. And I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I stink. I could smell it. Because I've activated it. Now, once you move it, you activate it. And any guy knows this. Anybody knows. You could. It's like little. Now I know why there's water in the toilet bowl, because anything that breaks the surface stinks.
Absolutely.
So the water kills the smell.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my jeans back on, okay, and I get my shoes back on, but I know I got to clean my jeans. So because I know the second my skin touches the jeans, it's over. I'm going to freak out.
Yeah.
So I idiot, not thinking, I go and I go to the sink. And I clean my hands. You know.
Okay.
And then
Wait, do you have pants on?
I have pants on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. If there was a lock on that door, I would have owned that bathroom. Okay. People are coming in and out. You know, I'm like under normal circumstances, if someone walks into a bathroom, I don't move until they leave.
Oh, absolutely.
I won't breathe. I won't breathe.
Yeah.
I won't move. I will sit there and I will like I'm in the middle of a forest. Waiting for the Blair Witch to come out at me.
Do you time your flushes every time you have to actually like?
Oh no, I won't flush until I know it's empty. I won't do anything. I will not move. You know what I'm saying? I have bathroom issues. Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
So
when I go at work, I have to flush.
Wait, I go in.
Time.
I go get the sink. I wash my hands. I get a little poop on my hands. I wash my hands. And someone goes into the stall.
Oh no!
And they go, "Oh God, damn!" And they go, "Jesus Christ!" And I'm just sitting there like. Yeah, somebody really made a mess there, and the guy leaves. I now have wet paper towels, and I go back in the stall. Okay? Oh, I'm not done. I go back in the stall. I put the wet paper towels on top of the toilet paper holder, and I take my pants off. Well, I don't take them all the way off. I get them down like around my knees. It stinks to high holy heaven in there. And now I take the wet paper towels, and I squeeze out all the water, and I'm rubbing the jeans,
You don't have a Tide stick with you?
Yeah, I didn't have my Tide stick with me. I'm rubbing the jeans, not realizing I'm now creating a wet spot on both sides of the jeans. Okay, I like, but before I actually smelled the jeans, before, and they thankfully were not that bad.
Okay,
I have no track of how much time has gone by. Okay.
You remember what movie you were seeing?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was probably a Steven Seagal movie, Marked for Shit or something. That's basically. So, can we title this episode "Marked for Shit"?
Why not? Let's do it.
So, I go back to the movie. I go back and I find them, and they're like, "What the hell took you so long? It was a massive shit," And I'm like, and I'm like, dude. I said, Malcolm, I hope you die. I hope you die. And then, so now it's.
And 2 weeks later,
I'm sitting next to PJ, and he goes, "Did you shit yourself?" I go. I don't want to talk about it. And he just does that like silent laugh, And then on the way home, Malcolm and Mike lived closer, so they went off in one way. Me and PJ had the long walk.
It's like the end
and
of
I'm
the
just like,
Outsider.
he's like, I go,
Or
yeah, I shit myself. He goes, I had a feeling. I go, did I smell? He goes, a little bit. I was like, I went home and I got home, it was like 11:30 at night or whatever it was, and I went home and I just showered like a Silkwood shower. Like I was like, the hot water, I was curled up in the corner and I was just mortified.
He said I was his friend.
Yeah. It was absolutely mortifying.
Oh man.
So
I do have
that wasn't the last time I shit in public, but that was the last time I shit my pants. So,
I did.
Wow, this really degenerated.
I remember in grammar school we had to line up. There was the outside fence area, and we used to line up there just for to get into it was, what was it, like a parking lot. It was a parking lot, and that's why we lined up outside when the weather was nice. So, and I was in a school uniform, and I don't know why I did, but I just stood there and just went. I must have been in like the 4th or 5th grade. Just went, and like a balloon, I felt everything fill up. So I'm like, what is going? Like in my head for that moment, I'm like, what am I doing right now? So we go to line up. And we used to line up in a way, like we had like certain spots in line.
Pissing or
pooped? Yeah, I pooped. So yeah, so because it's a 5th grade, sorry, so I pooped.
Okay. Fair enough.
So now I'm trying to get to be the last person in line.
Yeah, of course.
And someone
absolutely.
keeps, and meanwhile, I forgot who it was.
Was it like size order? You know,
I don't know because I was tall. No, but there were taller kids there. But I forgot what the order it was. But I remember someone went, "No, I go behind you." I'm like, "No, not today, please. Like, I need to go in the back." They're like, no, I stand behind you. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Listen, Jeffrey.
All I can envision is like the back of my pants, like almost like a clown, like clown pants, just filled. Here's the thing. I lined up and we started going inside to go to school. I don't know what I had planned next. I had no.
You don't have a plan.
I didn't know what I was
going
to do
plan.
next.
You think I knew what?
Hold
Wait.
on.
Do you think I knew what I was doing next?
But at least you were like 13. I was probably like 10 or 11 or however old you
I would
were.
have just called my mother. Come
Hold
home.
No, that's the thing. I don't know why she was there. This is why I believe in God. Because all of a sudden, my mom is standing off to the side, just happens to be there. And I was like, I probably started crying right then and there. I was like, Ma, and she comes over and like I whispered to her like I pooped my pants, and she took me away. She said I got sick.
Jesus Christ, come on!
Took me home.
Now, did you have a school uniform? You didn't have a school
Yeah.
uniform. Oh, you went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God she was there because all I can think of is if she wasn't there,
You would have went to class.
I would have went to class. I would have
sat
sat
in
down.
your shit.
I totally would have. So
Disgusted me.
thank God my mother was there. Yeah, so those are the two big ones. I don't think I've ever really done it.
Now, here's
Otherwise.
Here's another story, which the only reason I'm saying is because I know he listens. Okay, and this is another thing. Now, I don't get being denied by your friends to going to the bathroom
Actually, I got a funny story about
because
that.
I would if my friend said, "Hey, look, man, I got to go. Can you let me in?" Absolutely,
Absolutely.
Okay. Rosario, our favorite listener. I don't know if you remember this story, Rosario. Okay, because I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, I was about 18 years old, maybe. Okay,
Really?
I was about 18 years old, and I was driving around. We were cruising around, whatever, 18 and 19 years old, and I was with my friend Rosario. Okay, and we hung out and with his brothers sometimes, and a few other people, high school buddy, and he lived over by in Bensonhurst under the L.
Okay.
And he was closest to the Cropsey Avenue exit of the Belt Parkway. I think it was like Bay 50th or something like that, or 49th, one of those streets over there. And we were out all night, whatever. It was probably like 1:30 in the morning. Maybe it's like whatever. It was late. It was, and I go, dude, I now I live in Sheepshead Bay. He lived in I guess it's Bensonhurst. And I'm like, dude, I got to go to the bathroom. Can you let me in? Now he has very old school Italian parents.
Okay.
He's like, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna make it home. I'm like, now I'm driving. I'm not walking. Now.
Yeah.
I'm driving. I had a '79 Delta 88. Okay, 350 engine. The thing was fast, but it was a tank. Okay, but like your typical Guido from Brooklyn that I was, I babied it. I had a milk crate full of paper towels, regular towels, and window cleaner, wheel cleaner, you name it. I mean, it was that's how we treated our cars like gold. So he's like, no, I can't. My parents, no, they're sleeping. I'm like, and I get it. It was late, but I don't know the nature of the beast. And like, look, I ate like a fat bastard. I'm sure we went to the diner and I ate like a pig, but. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fuck you, and I get in my car and I book it. I'm like, all right, I go down the street now. If I go down his street now, the way his house is, the way it was, I'm trying to remember, Stillwell Avenue, I think it was. Yeah. I make a right. If I make a right at a light, if I make a right, I get to the on-ramp of going towards Cropsey Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
If I make a left, there's like it's basically like in the daytime, it's like stores and factories, and there's a cul-de-sac.
Oh, okay.
Where I took a few girls to make out there.
Very nice.
But it's industrial. There's no houses there, so I'm at the light and I'm starting to shake, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I know. You know when you know.
I know. Trust me.
I'm like, God damn it! I hooked the left. I pull into there's a left and a left. I pull into the cul-de-sac. I think there was a store there called Brands for Less. It was like a discount clothing store. I remember my mother took us there. I got like a members only's jacket. It was like whatever. Whatever. It was it is what it was. So and I pull
levies.
I throw like almost a whole 360 into the cul-de-sac. Literally pop the trunk. I run to the back. I just pull my pants down in the middle of the street, okay? In the middle, and I'm just like, hallelujah, and I am shit, and it's like a mountain, and I'm holding on to, I'm not lying to you, I'm holding on to the bumper of my car, okay? And I'm like, oh God, I'm like, you fucking Rosario, I'm like, okay. And I'm dying, I'm like, now, literally, I'm like, by the crow flies, I'm probably 4 miles from my house, okay? But I'm like, okay, I turn around, forgetting the train, the subway from I think it was the B train at the time passes Cropsey, goes into Coney Island, and there's just people sitting on the train staring at my white ass taking a shit. Okay.
Like a homeless person,
like a dirty homeless with like TKA, a blasting, blasting in the car. Okay, because I promise sure I didn't lower the radio.
Why would you?
Right, and go in a trunk. I grab a towel. A towel, like you would
a regular towel,
like you would come out of a shower that I used to wipe my car down.
Not anymore.
I wipe my ass. I take the towel and I cover. So now there's a little white pyramid with a brown spot on it, and I cover it, and I just look, and like the train is slowly moving into the.
Oh, it stopped.
Oh no, it wasn't stopped. It was slow.
Oh, it was. I know what you're talking about.
It's like the second to last stop.
Yeah,
I think it was going to West 4th Street, and then it goes into Coney Island to where by the Nathans over there. So. But it's slow. When it slowly moves.
Yeah.
And there's just like a bunch of people just like staring in the car, and then I make eye contact with about 3 people, and I'm just like, okay. In my head, I'm like, this is mortifying, but in the same breath, I'm like, I'm never gonna see these people again. And then now they have a good story. So
it's like the time I saw
I'm
the homeless
sure
person.
I might have told Rosario this because I probably cursed him out the next day at school or wherever. But yeah, and then I pulled my pants. I was clean. I wiped my ass.
There you go.
With a towel.
Well, plus the way you were squatting is actually how a lot of people do it in other countries anyway.
Right.
So it's actually quite healthy.
Right. So
except they don't have a crowd behind them cheering them on, probably.
I don't think they were cheering. But and then I wiped my ass. I got in the car and I went home.
There you go.
I
remember I
slept like a baby.
I remember I got off the train heading to the apartment. And
did you really think this podcast episode wasn't going to be about shit?
Absolutely not. And I remember the train taking off, and it's that slow build up. And I remember I saw a homeless guy go into in between the trains, that part, and then pull his pants down to take a poop.
I get it.
But still, I'm like, I was going to be like, that's credit because of the way the train's moving.
Yeah, well, he was probably,
I remember
he had a system.
I had the unenviable task to I was coming home. I was on the LIRR. I was coming home from the one time I went to Webster Hall.
I only went one time also.
Yeah, and it was great because I saw a fight break out, and I swear to God, a guy dropped a Macho Man elbow off the stage onto a guy. It was hysterical.
I went to school with a kid who thought he was Macho Man. I wonder if it was the same kid. He broke his elbow because he jumped off a staircase. I forgot his name. Guy called the Macho Man.
Guy could do fight and dropped an elbow. I was like, sweet.
I got to show you my yearbook. He's definitely in it.
So I was, again, hammered drunk on the train. I didn't poop myself. It's nothing like that. But I'm on the Long Island Railroad, but I do have to go now. So I'm like, I have to go. Now, if you've ever been on a Long Island Railroad, those bathrooms, they're either a complete hit or an absolute miss.
Right.
This one...
I never went on a Long Island Railroad train.
I've only went once.
No, I mean, I went on the train, but I've never been to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. This was an absolute miss. because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, Saturday into Sunday, right? I opened the door. I mean, it was like the 7th stage of hell. There was pee all over the place, on and off the bowl.
Yummy.
There was like barely any toilet paper, which was a problem I had to deal with. But now I'm like, this is happening no matter what. Now the question is, do I hover like a woman, or do I actually go full force, cheeks on the seat?
And you couldn't clean the seats.
There wasn't enough toilet paper to clean the seat and then clean myself.
At that point, I think you take the toilet paper, you clean the seat, and you sacrifice your underwear. You're not thinking straight.
No. So I made the decision to like, you know what? I'm almost home anyway. So I just go full cheeks to seat right there.
Ew.
I don't know what was on it.
Ew.
Did what I had to do.
No.
Went home. One of the
Peeled your
only
skin
time
off.
the only time I drove home, which I don't recommend, so I was very careful.
Drunk.
Oh yeah. And one time. And as long as you put your thumbs up and they line up with the white lines, you're good to go. And
good tip. Write that down.
And then again another shower for like an hour. Boy, I got like another great story. Again, not pooping myself, but having that the shakes, kind of the DTs, if you will. Did you go to Rob's bachelor party? Were you there at that one? You were at Mike's.
No, it was at
when
Mike's.
you fell off the stool because you were drunk.
I was not drunk.
Okay.
I was totally sober. I literally just lost my footing.
You.
All right, before you go into that, okay, we were at a bachelor party for our friend Mike, okay, and I was single at the time, and I was hitting on the bartender like there was no tomorrow.
You were. She was hot.
She was hot, and she was a bartender. So I'm like, all right, she's not a stripper,
which is usually the case that the bartenders are hotter than the strippers.
Right.
It was a strip club.
I think honestly, if I put in a little more time, I probably could have got a date.
Probably.
With her, okay,
because
she was until I fell. I think if I didn't fall, I probably at least would have got a number and a future date. Okay, so we're sitting there, and I was driving. Now I don't drink and drive. I lost a friend to drunk driving. So
well, now I feel stupid about my story.
You should, but I actually that's a whole other story. But I lost a friend to drunk driving, so I made it a personal promise to myself that I will never drink and drive. Mm-hmm. And most of the fact that I usually have people in my car anyway, so I always end up driving.
And why weren't you one hanging out with our buddy who was all nervous about being at the strip club?
Why wasn't I? Well, because he didn't drive. So I would have drank if he was driving, but he didn't drive. Don't even talk about that. So I'm sitting in. I'm going hard at this girl. I was flirting with her big time. She was a little responsive, so I was, I'm like, all right. And I forgot. Like we got up. I
thought she was pouring shots down people's throats.
Well, it wasn't me because no. Maybe no. I wasn't drinking. So
no, I'm not saying you. I just thought that's what she was doing because that's the only reason why I thought you were standing up.
No, I think I stood up to make fun of our mutual friend who refused to get a lap dance, and. When I sat back down and I had a corner seat at the bar, it was the bar was a square.
Yeah.
So I got this, and I sat down, and I don't know if my seat was just moved, and like I think I know what it was. I reached, they have that foot bar.
Yeah.
There was no foot bar, and I went to put my foot down, and I missed the bar that was not there, and I just went boom straight down to the floor.
So hard because I didn't know. I thought you were drinking. In all honesty. I thought you were drinking.
I wasn't
saw
drinking.
You hit. No, I know that now, but I'm saying at the time. I saw you hit the floor. I laughed so hard at you because that's what friends do.
Well, yeah.
It was the funniest thing in the world because you were really trying with this bartender, and you was like, hey, funk.
And she was definitely out of my league.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I was at that point, at that weight, I was definitely like a 5.5.
You
and
were
she was a
hard.
9.
Yeah.
And she was responsive.
She was.
I think I might have gotten some pity.
You would have.
Eventually some pity sex or something. Maybe not. Probably not. Most likely not.
No.
Nah,
I would have given you the number of the bar.
Yeah. No one's got it. No bitch got no 800 number. So and I fell right on my face, and I got up, and I'm like, "He's drunk," and I'm like, "I'm not drunk," and no one to this day believes that I wasn't drunk. I think I had one drink that night. I think it might have been 2 because it might have been a 2-drink minimum, and then I was sipping soda the rest of the night. But that was mortifying. That That was good times. Oh, I do have a friend. We might have some future guests. I'm
Really?
working on some guests.
Look at you.
Yes, I've been working on some guests. I've been talking to some people. I don't want to make any announcements yet. Some are of the female persuasion.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I'm in trouble.
No. I think you're not in trouble. But I want to get a fair side to this. I want to get the opposite side to it, because women date and they have to deal with a lot of crap.
Boy, do I know that.
And so I want to get their side of the story. So we're gonna be working on some stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I know I did.
This was a rough one.
This wasn't even. I didn't even have any of this stuff written down. I had other stuff written down that I'm gonna have to get to the next episode. But this is. I love this. I want to do this forever.
I hope so.
I hope podcast last, and like when we finally hit it big, it's like the new thing, not podcast. It's vlogcast or something.
Vlogging.
Yeah. So
vlog.
So you could find us, like I said, on the Twitter, Better Half Pod 1.
Okay.
Facebook, and Larry, you've been putting these episodes on YouTube, right?
Yeah. If you go to my page, youtube.com/C/MOHR365, that is the letter C. I don't know why it's in there.
No video, just audio. But,
yeah, it's audio, but you can still listen to it.
Eventually, when we have more money for equipment, we might do a video. So we're also putting it out there. If you have drawing skills, Larry and I have some sort of. We have an idea of what our logo wants to be like.
Homepage.
If you do have some skills with an S or a Z,
there you go.
We would definitely love to not pay you to do our thing, but hey, we will plug the hell out of your comics or your drawings.
Comics. Why do you assume they're a comic?
Whatever, comics.
Well, with
drawings.
a Z, they probably are.
Yeah,
They
well,
probably
I don't care if it's graffiti at this point. I
There you
want a logo. And you could find me at Mess411 at Twitter, I think. I keep doing that every week. I write it down and I lose the paper. I'm terrible.
And I'm on Twitter at More365, MOHR365. You'll know it's me because I normally go on my rants and raves, and then I get yelled at by celebrities. So.
Yeah, didn't somebody threaten
JWoww.
to kill you
Oh,
when you
well, JWoww blocked me on Facebook.
Well, I would block you too.
And someone from Germany threatened to kill me when I was talking about when Michael Jackson passed away, because
I hope
he's
it's
a
not a listener from Germany.
glorified pedophile.
Okay, well, that's the views. I got another follower on Twitter. Sweet. At Mess411.
There you go.
That's me. And, of course, like I said, the Facebook page and the Twitter page, you will find us there. Please comment, like, rate, review on iTunes, because if you don't, then I'm going to stop doing this. That's that simple, because I need to not be delivering mail for the next 13 years of my life.
Share it. Please share the podcast,
Yes,
whether
that's
it's
the
on
most important
YouTube
thing.
or the one on iTunes or the one on Facebook. And subscribe, Facebook, iTunes, Spreaker. This is where it's really at. So that way you get each and every new episode that comes out every Wednesday. Drops at 3 a.m. Eastern, midnight
Wednesday.
Pacific. Drops every other Wednesday, 3 a.m. Eastern, midnight Pacific. And with that, I don't know. This was kind of a shitty episode.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Hey,
you're good. No, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you in. We'll hear you. You'll hear us.
You'll hear us.
Something like that in 2 weeks. So have a good night. God bless, and I hope you like this episode, Chew.